Welcome back to part 4 of our campervan tap fiasco.
Part 1, we fitted it with a little tiny submersible pump, little 10-litre tank, and it just wasn't powerful enough.
Part 2, we changed that little submersible pump to give it a little bit more power, and it did work slightly, but still not enough power.
Part 3, we changed the entire system. We put a 70-litre tank under the back, we put a proper pump under there with an accumulator, and this is the power we're left with.
It's definitely more, but it's just not enough.
There's only 2 more possible things that could be the issue to make this better.
The pump and the whole system should be giving it loads more pressure, but it's just not.
So we've got a tap. Fun story, I didn't even know I got this. I genuinely thought I ordered a level sensor gauge to go in the tank, and I got back and this is what came. Check my Amazon orders and I generally did actually buy this. When I took all this apart to check what could possibly be up with it, it was these pipes just here. They're really narrow, they're really thin. The flexible hoses that go into the tap were really thin and narrow. So I'm wondering whether it's obstructing the flow coming out. Hence, we've got a new tap to put in. That means we've got to take this board off. We've got to undo all the cables, the wires, the hoses, unscrew the actual tap from the top, yeet that off, and then put this one on.
If this doesn't work, then it can only be one other problem, which is a free problem to fix, so I don't know why I didn't start with that in the first place.
Just a couple of screws and unplug the switch. Nice and easy. Quick plug out, done. Got to drain the rest of the water that's out the pipe. That way, when I disconnect these, not a lot should come out. And with them disconnected,
It's time to undo the actual fitting that holds the tap in place.
so this is what I'm hoping to achieve. These little copper pipes with that little tiny opening just there run up inside the tap. I think they're the ones that might be restricting the flow. And this is literally how easy it is. So we've still got the extender section that's hooked up to that weight there that's on the cable. So as you pull it, it comes out. We've still got the functions of spray and stuff like that. This is just an Amazon one. It swivels around, it's a lot more tighter than what it was, and it just fastens up with a nice little fixing just there. We've got the 2 hoses going in, one's hot, one's cold. We've capped the hot because we don't have hot water in here yet, so if water's going into the cold and we've set the mixer tap on a medium hot and cold, then water will just come straight out the hot. So we've capped that off. We've got the cold connected to there. Everything in theory should be connected. We're going to plug it back into the switch just there and try it.
Test for leaks and see what the function's like.
There's currently no leaks down there. The switch is turned on. There is electric going to it. Then we just have to turn the mixer to the cold setting, which is just there.
And here's a little reminder of what it was before this.
And this is what it's like now. Ah, yes, look at that. Look at that. Lesson learned.
Don't buy cheap taps off Facebook Marketplace.
Just got to put that back on now with the 6 screws.
Now I've got to go and get the van priced up to have a wrap done. I've got 3 options in mind. Yeah, 3 options. One is a full wrap, just a single colour change. The other one is a half colour. You know how the old T5s, the bottom half was one colour, the top half was another colour? That's another option. But the top option, I'm thinking, is like a full-on graphic-y sort of mountain design with some trees and stuff like that. That's the thought. Now, I'll do it myself, but
I proved to myself in the past that I'm no good at doing it. How much do you think it's going to cost?
I've got 2 places in mind. One's a local place, which would be handy for me to get back to my partner's house, just so when they're working on it, I've got somewhere to go. And the other one is Crozier Campers up near Blackpool, just because I've seen all the stuff they do over TikTok and Instagram, and it's mind-blowing. Plus, I've already emailed them and had a little bit of a quote. Not an exact quote, and that was a year ago. We might nip there too.
First place was on an industrial estate.
They seem really knowledgeable. I went for 3 options: full wrap, half wrap, or the mountain design. A full wrap, they'd need it for a week, which I don't know I can do that. I can't get rid of the van for a week. I live in the blooming thing. So, but they're going to email me through some designs and a quote later, so I'll show them when they come through. Stuck in a rolling roadblock on the motorway on the way up to Crozier Campers. That's typical. But that Crozier Campers first came on my radar when I was looking at a campervan showroom place, just for ideas. That's all I do. That's my Sunday afternoon. Just go around those places looking for ideas on what I can do to this. But they had one there. It was a Ford Transit minibus, big old minibus. Looks like the road's open, so I've got to be quick. Look, yeah, it was beautiful. It had their little logo on it, so I checked them out on Instagram and stuff, and there they were, perfect. So just over the year, just gently texting them here and there and stuff like that. They've sent me a price list, but that was 6 months ago. So we're going up there. We'll see the lads and just see how it goes.
When you pull up and there's something even amazing next to you. There they are, Crozier Campers. Look at that thing just there. How cool is that? That's proper nice. Just look at that. Wow. First things first, we went in, spoke to a few of the lads, and they shown us all the Victron stuff, and I had loads of questions to do with the Victron equipment. They managed to answer my questions instantly with loads of confidence as well. So we had another couple of look around, had another look around the EV-Dub Crafter that was on the outside. That has 700 watts of solar on the top, and that's its primary charging source. That's awesome.
That was possibly the best thing I've ever done, campervan related, and I got a hat. I got a cool hat. I learned so much just from half an hour's chatting to him. So much. Like, I don't need to do the uni strut that I was going to do on the roof. I just go straight onto the roof. There's no, that's that. It's just there. And I could do a lot more solar. He told me, took me for a load of Victron stuff, because I love Victron products, and they're a supplier, so they've got all the details there, and they was telling me about every little thing, and I was telling him what I wanted, and he was saying, well, this is what does this and that and this, but you'll probably need this one, this is the big one, you won't need that one, you need this. And it was honest rather than actually trying to sell me stuff, which is absolutely amazing. Yeah. And I've got a wrap idea. We've got a wrap idea as well. The lad who deals with all the wraps and stuff, Dean, he wasn't there, so we've got to go down and see. We've got to drop him an email. He's off for a week. Not a problem. We'll go through all that. To be fair, they took the time. They didn't know that I was coming. They just took the time to show me around, give me some ideas, tell me this, tell me that. I showed him around my van, and he was giving me some pointers and telling me what he liked. It was just really, really good and really insightful. I've left there instead of leaving there going, oh, this is a bit expensive, oh, this is that, no, I'm really excited. It's sparked the van build back up in me. I'm well chuffed now. Every question that I had van build related that I can't really find online, or I don't know how to find it, they just answered it. Like the awning for the side, do I want an awning? Yes, partly because I want to get it transferred to a proper camper van on the logbook, and I didn't know how it fastened to the van. There's loads of different ways and this and that. And he said, no, for that, you have to buy this kit. It's about 150 quid. And it does this, that, and the other. He answered the question straight away with confidence as well. All the stuff on the solar, answered it, not a problem. I was like, And he's also told me, we measured up the roof, which he's worked on new crafters before. They do a lot of bespoke campers there. He'd worked out exactly how much solar I could get on the roof, and I'm left so excited. Damn, it's going to cost me a fortune. I want to go for a walk. Let's go for a walk up Rivington.
Quick little bite to eat first.
So one of the biggest complaints that I get off viewers is that my audio's crap, which I love getting complaints like that, because that just, it helps me be better at being me. So I bought this little microphone, and it was crap. It was dead high pitched. I mean, it blocked out a little bit of wind noise, but it was just weird, and no settings on it to change. So I forked out an absolute fortune for the DJI microphones, and oh my god, they're amazing. But I've only tried them indoors, so now we're going to try them outdoors. The weather is a bit windy, it's a little bit wet, and it looks like it's going to absolutely chuck it down. Literally last week I had to fully delete 3 videos that I was filming just because the audio was shockingly bad with the wind. This is going to sort that. Oh, it's been so long since I've wore these boots. Oh, yes. There's the van back there. I don't know how well you can hear this, or that car that's just gone past. That van's going to look so good when it's got the wrap on it that we've planned out. Oh, yes, it's going to be good. The whole purpose of coming up here, 1, to build the steps up. I need to build the steps up. 2, I miss this place since being down in Milton Keynes for a few weeks. I've still got to go back down there, but I miss it up here. So I thought, why not come up? And number 3, I think we're on number 3, I've got a few emails to send, quite frankly. And what better place to send emails than when you're on a walk? The joy with modern technology. The only problem is my thick ass can't figure it out most of the time. But I know how to send emails off my phone. That's me 3 emails all sent and done and dusted. Who said men couldn't multitask? Walking and emailing. I didn't even fall over once. God, I'm sweaty. My name's not even Betty. This is the true test of the wind, because I've got the wind blasting at my face. The microphone is just there, so you might get knock, 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 because it's just on me thing and it's banging on me. But what does it sound like? Every single time I come here, I'm always looking down at that load of bushes just there. Solely because one time I was up here, early hours of the morning, sunrise, and I saw a big family of deer going in and out of there. So I'm always checking them out, having a look. We're getting there. It's
just in between those trees up on top of that hill. You'll see it's starting to come into show about there we go. I bet this will sound quite good with a voiceover as well. Once upon a time, in a mental state not too uncommon these days, there was a fat man dancing on top of a hill, looking out at the crazy view, being his typical crazy self, trying his absolute hardest to get everyone to like and subscribe.
Right, that's 10,000 steps done and dusted. Oh god, that is sweaty. Right, B&Q, and I've got my clothes washing to do and all the bedding.
33 minutes left on the washing machine.
That's not really enough time to go around and actually nip down to B&Q and stuff, so I'm just going to give the van a good little clean out on the inside. When that's done, move it over to the drying, then I can shoot off to B&Q.
Because my cab area just gets absolutely filthy.
Get this, 2 weeks ago I never wore a hat.
Now I think I've got a little bit of a problem.
Going from never wore a hat to now having a hat collection. And now I want to send me a free hat.
And here we are again to spend the life savings.
That's the water tank all filled up. Now I've got to just recharge that and that. I've got an extension lead, I'm just going to plug them both in, run it straight into the house. I got that from B&Q, but you don't know what that's for until another video. And that video's not for around about a month, so preparation. So check this out, the All Powers is charging up by 439 watts. I found another cable, dropped it onto the effery, that's charging by 1096 watts. So the effery is definitely the faster charging. Let's have a go at this. So on the side of the van, we used to have a sticker here, and it's just left this residue over time. It's picked up dirt and it's come back and being dark. So I've got some cellulose thinners, just a gentle coat over that and just see if it comes off, and then I'm going to have to rinse it off with water so it doesn't strip the paint off. Tiny little bit of grub just there, bit of elbow grease, gone. Although it is working, I think I may stop. And the final job of the day is to get her cleaned because she's a bit grubby. Now that is so much nicer. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Subscribe.